Hi, I'm Emily Rose.
And I'm Dan Philgreen. Welcome to the weekend edition of Shell Point Today for October 5th, 6th, and 7th.
We take a stroll with the Shell Point Walking Club.
The walking club is starting up again here this month in October.
David Pavey is in the studio offering another devotional.
Now there's a legend associated with Barry that goes like this. One day the snow had been falling heavily for hours. A party of men traveling through the mountains stumbled into the hostel, exhausted by exertion.
And we take a look back at some of the top stories of this week.
But first, we're getting tuned in for our look back on this day in history. And it was October 5th, 1947, when President Harry Truman made history by becoming the first president to make a televised address from the White House. Truman came out to ask Americans to cut back on their use of grain in order to help starving Europeans. By 1947, television was still in its infancy, with only several thousand Americans having a television set in their home. The majority of Americans listened to the president through the radio. 1 year later, Truman would be the first candidate to put a political ad on television. Then in 1949, his inauguration would be the first to be broadcast. The actions of President Truman would create a link between the Oval Office and television that would last until today.
If you signed up for Monday's dinner excursion to Sunshine Seafood Cafe on Captiva Island, remember that court pickups begin at 4 p.m. on the island. This establishment recently won the Best of the Best award from Gulf Shore Life due to their wondrous seafood creations. You're not going to want to miss their world-famous seafood paella or miss out on their decadent white chocolate cheesecake. There still might be a seat available, but only if you head to any concierge desk now and sign up. Strap on your lederhosen and crank up the oompa music, because coming up this Tuesday is the highly anticipated Octoberfest celebration at the Banyan Grille. Chef John will be taking you on a tour of Berlin as he cooks up some homemade pork schnitzel and piping hot pretzel rolls. There will also be plenty of Black Forest cake and apple strudel to go around. If you want to take your taste buds on a trip across the Bavarian countryside, then call 225-2900 and reserve your spot at Octoberfest at the club.
Chef John's pork schnitzel has become so popular that he has turned the dish into a decadent sandwich as part of his new fall menu items. Stop by the Banyan Grill and check out their newest selection of salads, flatbreads, sandwiches, and more. It's all part of the new seasonal variety of eats. Our cameras recently got a sneak peek at the new items, and we can tell you that you're not going to want to miss Chef John's amazing creations. You can enjoy lunch at the Banyan Grill Sunday through Tuesday from 11 to 2, or have dinner Friday and Saturday from 5 to 8. Oh, and don't forget about the Sunday brunch.
After a great meal like that, you're probably going to want to work off some of it. Well, we tracked down Michelle Tompkins, who has all the information about one group who sets the pace around here.